Okay, here we go. We're going to do a daily team meeting. One of the biggest things I get asked at the core is, do I really do a daily team meeting? And the answer is either I do or they do. I'm only in it this stage of my career, 1 day a week, sometimes not that. When I'm not here, Katie's in charge. I'm going to tell you all their jobs in a second, but they happen every single day. There's some key components to them. They got to happen every single day. You got to keep a log of what was delegated. You got to review what happened the day before to make sure it got done. You got to spend some time solving the problems, and you got to delegate out all of the stuff you can so that everybody else is busy. One of the biggest mistakes I see loan officers make is they have a team this big and the people aren't busy. So you got to give them more than they can handle. Like if they're not in here crying at least 2 days a week, you didn't give them enough stuff. See? They're smirking. They cried in my office before. All right. So first is Matt. This is DJ Heartworm. Matt.
Hey.
Hey. He's a loan partner one. His job is, what is your 3 jobs, Matt?
Leads, update, realtors, and the last one.
Little pressure in the camera. So Matt's in charge of all leads. His job is to call leads really quickly, set appointments. He does a quick loan app over the phone, gives them a list of what to bring. His main job on a team my size is leads. It's what he mostly does. In addition to that, he does some of the database stuff. The calendar's been delegated off to my executive assistant. So that's when your team gets bigger, you start to break up what they do. So that's Matt, that's what he does. The next 2 ladies are Katie and Marcella. They're loan partner 2s. Their job is contract to close, and really we do it consultation to close, where they're literally in the app with me or Rusty, and their job is to know the loan inside and out and be the client's primary point of contact to make sure that they're super happy and that we close on time and realtors are updated always. So that's Katie and Marcella. Did I miss anything on what you guys do? I got it? Smile. There you go. And then Rusty is, Rusty, what are you? Junior loan officer, team loan officer? Rusty's been a loan officer for 15 years. He came down from Reno to Sacramento. We brought him on our team because he can do almost everything I can do. So he replicates my time the best. He can meet with the clients. He can generate leads. So he's on the team to give us more capacity, and he does a little bit of everything. So I pressure him to get more leads. I pressure him to take great loan apps. I'm working on how he turns in loans all the time so it gets better and better and gets more like me. So that's my team and how we work. So when we first started team meeting, honestly what I'm going to do right now is just run the meeting really quick. If I think of a point I want to make during it, I might turn and look at you, but mostly I'm just going to run it, and hopefully pretty soon we forget you're all there. Sound good? All right. So do you have the log from yesterday? Mm-hmm. Well, first of all, I need to talk about something. So we did a competition. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we didn't win, but I'm going to still pay. Okay. So, okay. Yay! So the problem is I wasn't clear on $500 to be split. Per person would be like $2,500, and we got like 4 loans out of that. I need some kind of a mediation so I don't feel like I'm getting weirded on that. Does that make any sense? Mm-hmm. What do you think is fair? What do you think is fair? Go ahead.
I must have missed the
I didn't know there actually was a goal.
I didn't know.
Like I didn't know there was a prize at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
You just thought we had to win?
Yeah.
So here I am, Mr. Honesty. Yay! So it's $500 to be split. How many people helped?
Sonia did a lot.
Sonia did a lot. Did Matt do some?
Matt did some.
You did some? Did you do
Rusty did. We all did.
And I replied.
That's all you did was apply?
No, I have someone else that I'm talking to about a reach.
I'm cool. So,
I got 3 meetings out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, it worked.
Yeah, I mean,
So we got another competition actually coming up. So $100 a person? That'd be $500. That'd be fair, right? So, but you gotta have CJ, you gotta have CJ write the checks.
Okay.
So can you get that done like by the end of the week? I don't think you're gonna get it done today being Tuesday, but I don't wanna forget about it. So I'm writing it down as a C by the end of the week.
Okay.
So the next competition I wanna talk about is this. These are the 2 things I wanted to go over first because I don't wanna forget them. Oktoberfest is coming up on the
24th?
24th.
Yeah.
RSVP by September 10th.
That's
2 days.
You got 2 days.
So I want to do something where if we get a certain number of people to come, that there's some money in it for you guys. So what would the number be? Between realtors and past clients and builders.
Number of people?
Yeah. like we do the sign-in sheet, right? We have the party. There's usually 200 people here, sometimes 300 people. I want to like get the most people. So I gotta think of it. If
We're
we
doing
get
that
more than
most.
30 people here,
In both in
Both past clients and
realtors?
yeah,
Okay.
should be a bigger number, huh?
I was thinking 40.
yeah.
I think
Like
40.
Well, I think more than 30.
50?
Yeah.
I thought.
How about
50.
two levels? 40, we get $150 each, and if it's more than 50, it's $200 each.
Sure.
Is that fair?
I like that.
Is it enough?
Yep.
That's where you're supposed to say no so you get more money. You guys are terrible negotiators. That's it. Excellent job. I meant to ask you honestly, how's your daughter?
Good.
She is?
Mm-hmm.
Because you said she was having
I
a
know
bad.
that.
Is that just
Okay.
you being
That was
over?
me.
You being super nervous?
Just Marcella.
Just Marcella freaking
It's
out?
just me. She's great.
Okay, cool. How was Reno?
Good. It was really good.
Did you work or did you go
I
have fun?
worked. Oh, no, I worked.
Did
I
you?
worked, well, I worked all day Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday, I went camping with Jason, the Egan's realtor.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Did he give you leads this morning yet?
Rusty?
Yeah.
Give me 2 notes.
Really?
Give me a Rusty,
There was a guy named
Guy named
Rusty that
Rusty.
actually called me.
and just that one. I got the other one from Purchase Advisor.
Okay. But
It's,
you're asking them every day about leads so they don't slip?
Whatever.
Okay, cool. What'd you do this weekend?
I went boating.
Labor Day weekend.
I went boating Saturday and
I
Sunday.
was wondering why you looked a little
Can I get some sun?
color.
I was hearing that I was getting burned, so I got.
I didn't want to say
Seven
burn. I
cans.
said color.
How about you? You got probation yet?
Probation ended yesterday.
Nice. So I have a sad story real quick and then we'll finish our meeting, okay? So Gus got a chicken.
Oh, I thought I was doing something bad about him.
Oh no.
Not good.
He
What
got
did
a
get in
Oh,
there?
one of your chickens?
Yeah.
Oh, how do you get it?
Yeah. How did you get in?
Well, I mean, the chickens were out. And he's usually around them, but,
What did he,
well for the
did
chicken.
you just want to play with it?
well,
Maybe
it was a pretty big
little too
bite for someone who wanted to play. It was a pretty big bite. Anyway, so.
Found it.
That's just in case you see Jenny in here, she'll be sad. I just wanted to tell you. Who found it? I did. I got to finish it and take care of it.
Oh, wasn't it?
Oh, that's cool. You could have given it to me. I would have fed it to one of my.
You know what? I seriously thought about that. I told someone today, I'm all, Katie's really cool, but she's a little dark.
No, my reptile was not.
All right, let's keep working. So let's see. We got Fall Outline. Chit Chat, we did that. Loans that have not closed yet this month. How many do we got to talk about? Go through the pipe real quick. Today's Tuesday updates, right? You're doing realtors? Yes? You're doing your deals and you're doing your deals? So you guys got to do the email and the call, right? And CC me on it? That's newer for you? So I'm worried that you won't do it. Like you're out of the habit of it. She emails me each time. That way when I'm driving around, I can call the realtor because it says their name on it. And I always have that 40 realtor list in my car, or I got them in my phone, and I can even while I could at a stoplight dial them real quick. Plus I know what's going on.
I have 2 refis right now.
Okay. So any that we need to go over that you need help on?
We do have a couple.
There's a restructure, right?
Yeah.
Alexander.
What's the problem? Listen, what's the problem?
Income.
Property, cash
Income.
credit, income. What's the problem with income?
And property.
Let's do income first.
Income. She was self-employed.
Mhm.
Now she gets W-2'd by someone that used to 1099 her. And we're
She's
trying to use
salary.
the salary.
Why won't they use it?
They're averaging it with the self-employed
It's a huge difference.
How long has they been receiving it?
over a year.
They've been receiving it over a year?
Yeah,
12
this
full
is
months?
It's just like the Hertz deal. We
Yeah.
looked it up. It's exactly like Hertz.
Oh,
And they're
really?
calculating the income totally different.
And what have you done to fight income so far?
Nothing yet.
Oh, don't restructure the deal, fight the income.
No, we
Oh,
had
no,
to.
we had to.
We had to go
Because the
conventional.
property,
Well,
we had to go in
manufactured-
FHA, doesn't pass HUD.
Manufactured home?
Yeah, so it has to
Oh.
go conventional.
I love manufactured homes. So like when you do your updates today, you need to call the borrower and tell them, hey, listen, manufactured homes are a pain in the butt.
Oh, everybody knows.
I already talked to the
Everybody
borrower.
knows.
Say it every time you talk to them.
Everybody knows.
So what question do you have for me on it?
Just the income, I'm just confused why it's not consistently being.
So underwriters, here's what happens. Underwriters do income 3 ways. They always do income 3 ways. And they usually pick the middle one, unless there are, I call it the 2 problem rule. So this is training for everybody, okay? So whenever I do a loan, I flip it over and educate the people. I'm like, there's property, cash credit, and income, right? If there's problems with 2 things, you got a problem. underwriters get nervous and they start to over-condition the other things because they kind of don't want to do the loan. Honestly, sometimes they don't even know they're doing it. It's just like their job is a big pot of gold and they're supposed to protect it to keep everybody's job safe. And they get trained that way, so they think that way. But that doesn't mean that we can't persuade them.
Right.
If it's been a year and there's filed tax returns and W-2s, then I will fight for it.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's all
she's
I
got it,
need.
yeah.
Who's processing it?
KK.
Okay.
What'd she say? She agree with me?
She is gonna submit it with 20, I don't know if she agreed with the salary when you guys first did it,
No,
but
she didn't agree with the
she
salary.
Doesn't
doesn't
sound
agree
like
with
she
that.
still agrees.
No.
She said she'll submit it that way.
Oh, is it her that's pushing back?
Which is
No,
shocking because with Hertz, she
The
was
underwriter
all
hasn't
about
done it yet?
Yeah, with Hertz.
Okay,
with
so
Hertz,
then
she was
tomorrow
fine.
morning, can you put it on our calendar to do a Christie meeting? Just all do it together before she submits it?
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? I would do it later today, but I'm busy. Got appointments all day. So we'll do it tomorrow morning. Woo! All right. Any other loans that you guys have questions on that are closing this month? Or on the pipe that you have? That's the restructure one that I walked by earlier.
Yeah, and you
Yeah.
did her, you looked at this one
Yeah.
before and agreed with the,
Yeah.
the salary.
Okay,
Yeah.
then I'm comfortable then.
Okay. Cute.
Yeah,
Anything
because
else?
we both used the salary.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Anything else on
Carter?
loans?
Carter.
Carter, oh, they're calling for the VO, they're calling HR.
We just need some verbal
Yeah.
verification. I think that one's okay.
Something
rest
you
of
have
them
for
are
me
fine.
or no? They are?
Yeah.
On
no,
time?
from her, but yeah.
Anything else on time? Cool. I told you this earlier, but to tell you again, these are the how to win a listing every time. When do you usually send out CDs to all our realtors? You can have those. 'Cause save some money.
Usually the end of the month.
End of the month. Is it on your weekly report you turn into me?
That's not on there because I think that was on the dialer checklist.
Can you add it?
Yeah. She's like, oh, you have your brain.
It's the camera. Okay, I want to get through some of this stuff so I can get it off my desk. Just for you? So you guys turn in your weekly reports? It's your drawings.
What is that?
Where's your weekly report? How come you don't turn it in to me? You turn it in once.
Because I left on Friday, well, first thing Friday morning.
Oh.
I know, I should have it Thursday.
You know what you
night.
could do?
Thursday night.
No, well, you won't because it's in your calendar. You could take a picture of it and send it to me by email.
Oh,
You can be a little creative, right?
yeah.
Okay, I won't make you do a push-up. I was going to make you do a push-up with a little pendant there. Appointments, Alexander file? Oh, this reminds me, on Friday, a borrower showed up that wasn't on my calendar or his calendar, right?
Was it Joe?
Pierce.
Joe?
Yeah.
Was,
Was it on his calendar?
he was on the calendar.
It was on her calendar.
Wasn't
No,
on-
it was on her
It was on
calendar.
Wasn't
Marcel's
on my calendar.
But it's got to be, so I want to make sure, like, we had our big team meeting, we decided to change it a little bit, right? And I just want to reiterate it, right? So it's supposed to be on one of theirs and one of ours.
Yes.
So was it on one of ours?
No.
Why not?
Because he, earlier the day before, was like, hey, do you guys have an opening at 11 tomorrow? And I said, let me make sure and check. So I wanted to check, but I put on there tentatively. And then I called him twice that morning. So I was
And he
like,
just
hey,
showed?
are you coming in? And he just showed up. And I was like, he can't, like, I didn't even have any of his documents or anything. Like, I've been trying to get him.
That's true, you didn't.
For like
Or
a
you
week.
can attend it.
For like
Well,
a
what would you
week.
do different when you did it? Just put it on there and say tentatively on it? I mean, you might just throw it on my calendar and put tentatively
Okay.
next to the name.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was just about to leave. Like, I think she caught me and she was like, oh, there's
like,
a...
he's here, you have a guest in the lobby. I was like, well.
They just didn't respond?
I called him twice the morning of, and I called him the night before, and he didn't respond at all.
Okay, cool. You get the realtor update, realtor crackdown on that?
Did you leave me?
Because it was already, there was a refi, so the next...
Refi's done.
So I need you to re-originate a file for a purchase
I
for
did.
him. You did
I
that?
did it both at the same time.
And then did you do a realtor update?
Oh, it's a refi, right?
Well, there's a purchase too. We're doing a refinance to pull money out
Do
to
you
buy a
want
house.
me to do the CCNA? Part?
It's one of the missing links, right? I'm working through it.
I didn't know if you were gonna leave him a voicemail or if
I
you
think
just
if I
want me to do it.
left, you would leave him a voicemail.
Okay. I'll get it to him.
Do you think
Did
you
you
guys
let-
should start to do it?
I mean, yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think it really. Yeah, that would be fine.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, we would know.
What do you think about that? So like when we get done with a meeting, and to get a pre-approval meeting, it was a weird meeting because the guy was already going to do a refinance. It messed it up a little bit. But at the end of a meeting, I call the realtors, and then I usually leave a voicemail for him, and he does the realtor update, right? And you guys don't even, in the past, didn't even know about the loan at all yet. But now you guys are in the meeting from the very beginning. And don't you think it'd be better that you guys sent out the realtor update and saved it? Because you know exactly what's going on with the loan because you were in the meeting the whole time versus try to get him to understand it and
Yeah.
type it right. Don't you think it'd be more consistent that way? Where you guys own that file from the moment they came in until they got into contract and bought the house?
Yeah.
And he doesn't do that anymore? It alleviates him up that way since we're splitting it anyways? I don't want to force it down your throats, but do you agree?
No, I do agree with that.
So then you're gonna have to add it to your report, your weekly report that you turn in, how many realtor updates you did, because then I compare it to how many pre-approvals you did and make sure it's the same number.
Okay.
And then you guys gotta CC me on those emails, please. 'Cause
The realtor update.
yeah, because then it reminds me to call the realtor again. Like all those little things I have you guys do, they remind me to call realtors. They're like little triggers for me. Marcella turned in her weekly report. What a good girl. Nice job, Marcella. Oh, did you turn yours in? Do you have one? How come you didn't turn it in?
Well, I don't know which one to turn in.
Oh, if I just asked you if you had one first, I knew that was going
I
to be the
have
answer.
two.
I tricked you. How come? How come? No answer. Forgot?
Yeah, kind
Okay,
of.
that's better. So do you have it in your calendar to turn it in?
Yeah, it's always in my calendar.
Okay, cool. So if you guys don't turn it in next week, what should we make them do? 25 push-ups? Can you do 25 push-ups?
Can I use my knees?
20? I mean, I'd rather you just turn them in. Right? Okay, cool. I don't think there's anything else I have. How's our boy doing on loan apps? Like the 1003 part, like the quiz, the property, schedule real estate owned, matching. How's he doing?
Better.
Is he doing better?
We're still missing a lot of stuff on them though, because I think you and I were in there and I had to go back through and update a lot.
How you doing on him, do you think?
I felt like slowly getting better. Joe Pearson was kind of weird one.
Do you like, what do you do when you, because you don't know everything on it. How long have you been in the mortgage business?
8 months.
8 months, and 6 months of that was a dialer?
Mhm.
So you don't really know anything about loans yet?
Nope.
Right. So I don't think you're gonna be great, so don't get like weirded out by me asking. But I do want you to get better, and I want you to ask more questions.
Okay.
My feeling is, you don't ask questions, you just do what you do in the moment, and you're not being inquisitive enough from them to be better at the 1003. Am I right about that? Do you guys
Yeah.
think so? So it's okay, dude. Get good. Like, I want you to get good.
Okay.
Um,
I'll bug you.
ask me a question about the 1003. Anything on it that like confuses you, a button you're not sure of.
The only thing that's hard for me is like you said, the realistic. Like we've gone over it before. It's just I feel like a lot of the people I'm getting, I just don't get to practice it because I feel like a lot of them. We've been getting like a random amount of first-time buyers.
So not enough repetition.
And one thing I forget is since I used to do all the loans in your file with your login, to put
The loan officer's name.
the loan originator button.
That panics me. You know why that panics me?
Which, like, wasn't-
Tell 'em.
there's nothing
Doesn't
in-
show.
It doesn't show. They're sitting in front of me. I'm spinning around. I'm like, oh my God, it's not here. And I don't know how to like, I couldn't start one, dude. If you all weren't here and someone showed up for a loan, I'd be like, you got to come back.
And another question is the social security thing. Like if we have a file that like they didn't want me to put or didn't want me to put that in there for some reason, and he tried to get into it, it won't. What was going on with that? If the social's not in there?
Oh yeah, when he was putting in the application, he was kind of leaving out the social sometimes.
Yeah. if
And
they,
then when
like,
I
didn't
go
wanna give
into
to
it,
me
then I
on
have
the phone
to,
or something.
then I can't edit it.
So what you got to get better at is overcoming that objection.
Okay.
So when they say, oh, I don't want you to run my credit. Is that what usually happens? I say,
Yeah,
"Oh."
they usually. And I used to be like, okay, but now I'm like, well, if you just give it to me out, we don't have to run it until you feel comfortable and you come in and sit down with Rusty. And they're usually a lot.
That works?
What about that,
Okay,
yeah.
so it'll be less.
Yeah.
Anything else, like on buttons or filling stuff out?
That was the big one. I was forgetting to do that because I just never had to do it before when I was doing it under your name.
Listen, you guys, I was just in a meeting with someone who's checking us out to come work for our company, and they're like a $80 million producer. So really, really good. They'd be number 2 at Summit. They're super high up in the core rankings. And we were talking about what it takes to be a great loan officer. And I swear to you, we both agreed it's your ability to take a super good 1003 and be really good at investigating and asking all kinds of questions until you have it right. There's nothing else that's secret to being a good loan officer team. Like, I'm pounding on you and I pound on them about that. It's because it's everything. Because the story, if you don't have it right up front, it just gets so messy down at the end. You can't keep your clients. You can't keep your realtors happy. You can't close on time. All that stuff happens. So when I'm picking on you guys about it, I swear it's only because it makes everything so much easier if you feel like I'm picking. I just need you to get better. I need you to get good fast. So I want you to ask them more questions.
Okay.
Cool. So the competition we have set, anybody remember it? Because I got to write it down.
40
40.
RSVPs, 150.
No RSVPs. Show ups.
Oh, show ups.
Nice try.
Have to sign in.
Nice try. It was really good. That was really good. And 50 is $200. Sweet. I mean, I prefer it be mostly realtors and builders, but I'll take database too. Whoever gets the most, how can I track who got the most of you guys? Is that possible?
Yeah.
There'll be an extra award, which will be good. I don't know what it is yet. You don't like it?
No, I do.
Do you like it? And then the last thing is, I know it's like only September, but the holidays are coming up. So like the next party we have is Oktoberfest, which we're doing in September. But then we're gonna roll into October, which I'm gone for a week. And in November, I'm not here hardly at all. And I need to start thinking about the holiday season and like vacation schedules and gifts that we're gonna give out. So can you guys start working on that with your families? So I know, because I don't wanna like have all 3 people gone at one time. So can you bring me those like in a week or so? That scares me all the time at vacation time. She's not gonna forget. All right, I think that's it. Here's the deal with team meetings. The biggest thing that I think happens in a team meeting is it takes too long. We've been less than 30 minutes. They should be a minimum of 10, a maximum of 30, and everybody does their work. So everybody go do your work. See you, bye.